Hello everybody, this is going to be a little bit of an update on the condition of the Country Club Hotel. You may remember I did a documentary of this place about a year ago. You can see up there, the paint situation is getting even worse. This place is desperately in need of a new paint job. Sorry, my voice is a little weak. I've been losing it all day here. You can see here that paint situation is also very evident. It's getting worse every year. Oh, there's some more examples of the bad paint. It's all over this place. Even this fence here too. This fence is kind of an event in itself. You can see like parts of the hinge just kind of sitting on top of the fence. This gate doesn't close anymore on its own. Rail's in pretty rough shape. Not in very good shape at all. Now, you see the kiddie pool there, that's a pretty bad safety hazard. How they're letting it kind of fall apart around the edges. Also, the bands are using to hold that together. This fence, as I said, is kind of like an event in itself. Now, if you look down here, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe from this angle a little better, but the whole thing is leaning to the side quite badly. Keep in mind, that's level. Maybe that'll help. It's much more apparent in person. It's basically tilted at an angle like this. If I turn it straight, you should be able to see it. Let's head down here. You can see they have another gate here being held together by these elastic bands. I'm going to go into the pool area now. Look how that sign is leaning over there. Can you see that? That's pretty bad. Come in here. Towel on the vending machine. Nice hole there. This bathroom is pretty interesting. You can see there's tiles just falling off the wall. I cleaned it a bit, and look at this. It doesn't even work. Just like everything else here. Down over here, that hole in the side of the building has just gotten bigger with the weather hitting it. Who knows what's living in there. The whole base of the support is cracking. It looks like the beam inside is what's really carrying the load, though. I think this is just more superficial type of damage. Still looks really ugly, though. And the paint's getting worse. Man, that looks just terribly nasty. Exposed wire hanging down. Plywood hole covering up a hole on that ladies' room. Keep in mind that this is supposed to be a luxury hotel. Weeds. This is a very typical thing to find around here. These lights that have been knocked over on their sides. You can see those are pretty much just about everywhere around here. Knocked over. Never bothered to stand them back up. Now you can see they've made multiple attempts to keep this gate on the fence here. First this board didn't work. So now instead of actually standing it up, they're just holding it together with this padlock and cable. You noticing a trend with the elastic bands on the gates? Nice sunset over there. Here are the tennis courts. These are the cement courts on this side. You can see they're dirty, bumpy, cracks everywhere, nets falling apart. Down here it's even worse. All that type of grime, all kind of locked in there. Fence is falling over. Just seems to be the way things go around here. Down here, I just want to show you another desperate need for paint. Now here are the cement courts. Over on the other side of the clay courts. You may remember in that last documentary that I made here, these things looked absolutely terrible, and that's actually the only thing I'm going to show you today that has improved in this place. They actually completely redid these. Notice the weeds. I mean, it doesn't take much. I mean, maybe just some summer help. Just carry around a thing of weed spray. I mean, I do it where I work all the time. I get stuck with it. And here they can't even manage to do that. You can see just that utter lack of caring around here. This all looks terrible. But the courts are night and day. I mean, even still, rehabbing them, they couldn't even get a new net. And the rehabbed courts kind of look like they're just being neglected, just the same that everything else here is. I mean, it's sad when a place that's marketing itself as a current luxury hotel, I mean, it looks like the place is abandoned in many areas. I mean, look at these fences. Look how bad this looks. Let's move this so I can get through. Now you may ask why I'm here. We just have a friend that owns a condo in these many condo buildings that surround the place. The condos are fine. The pools that the condos use are in much better condition, but this hotel, I mean, we stayed here once, actually more than once, a few times back in its heyday, and it was a really nice place, but lately, I mean, it's just sad. And you know, this other thing where they couldn't even use a stencil to put the numbers in the parking lot. I mean, these are all starting to fade off, and I mean, it just looks awful. It looks so trashy that they did that. I mean, I wouldn't expect this out of any hotel. Just to grab a can of spray paint and send someone out in the parking lot to label the spaces. I mean, they just don't care around here anymore. I used to feel sorry for them, but I mean, even the cheapest things they'll skip just for the sake of being lazy. And by the way, that's not a garden. Those are just weeds. Lots and lots of weeds. Definitely no shortage of weeds around here. Well, ooh, that building's looking pretty nasty up there. Overall, I mean, I've gone from a stance of feeling bad for these people to just thinking that it's absolutely pathetic what they've done to this place. I'd recommend that no one stay in this hotel, the Country Club Hotel in Lake Ozark, Missouri. This place is going downhill fast, and I can see the signs of it everywhere. It's very obvious. Again, don't stay here. There are much better options for a lot less money down here at the lake. It looks like they actually attempted to spray some weed killer on that. Oh, thanks for watching. That's all. You know, I kind of failed to mention, it's the 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July, a big holiday down here. There's barely even any cars in the parking lot. I don't even think I needed to give that advice. It looks like people are just staying away from this place.